Dela writes, my MVVs, welcome.
Ebony's friend, her bestie right there in the palace, has come out to tell, the palace and the owner of Ife what Ebony said. That Ebony said she would rather live with Ogüñyãya than face public shame. That Ebony is still begging Olori Naomi, and she, her friend too, Bimbo, is also begging Olori Naomi to speak to the heart of Oni of Ife. That yes, to err is human and to forgive is divine. That Ebony should please and please forgive. Olori Naomi should please and please forgive Ebony. They said, according to her, Ebony had been restless since the confirmation that the Ooni of Ife would go ahead with her immunity removal. She knew exactly what it meant and what would follow after that is done. The morning she confided in one of her closest friends in the palace that she would rather live with Ogüñyãya than face the kind of public shame she was about to experience. Her words shocked the friend, but Ebony was serious. She felt that the disgrace of losing her immunity in front of elders, family, and other wives would be unbearable, especially that Ade Tutu. Yes, that's the name, Ade Tutu. According to what the friend revealed, they said that day, that was that yesterday morning when they came for Ebony, they couldn't find her again. Her friend said that, Ebony's anxiety grew. She kept pacing her room, her mind racing through every possible way out. She thought of running away, but she knew the Oni's decision would still be carried out in her, whether she is there or not, except for, only gave them 2 hand, those beads, except for the bead that would still be with her. And the labor would follow her wherever she went. By mid-morning, she made up her mind to try one last desperate move. They said she tried to beg Olori Naomi again to intervene. According to her friend, though, they said before Ebony left, she sent a discreet message to Queen Naomi's PA, Queen Naomi's palace aide, okay, asking if she could go and fly to Lagos to see Olori Naomi. And, they said Naomi, the palace aide said Naomi was not available. That as a matter of fact, she wasn't even going to send that message to Olori Naomi because Naomi has instructed that she didn't want to be disturbed. She's been very busy with her spiritual activity that morning. And her friend said that Ebony didn't say anything to her. They went to go and find out from her what happened, where Ebony went, after some people started saying that Ebony may have gone to the UK. That was when her friend started explaining all of this, okay? They said it became a very serious altercation again in the palace. This was between Ebony's friend and, those who are loyal to Dr. Lizzie, because this girl started opening her mouth, saying all sorts of things that Dr. Lizzie is the reason why Ebony is in this predicament. That Dr. Lizzie is the one who is, influencing Olori Naomi not to forgive Ebony, because Dr. Lizzie is trying to find her place in the palace using Olori Naomi. They said that Bimbo had been, Ebony's close friend for years. And, she was angry and frustrated about how the situation was turning out. She had watched Ebony sink deeper into panic as the immunity removal, is just scattering everywhere. And in her mind, someone had to be blamed for Naomi's refusal to step in. She became convinced that Dr. Lizzie was the one influencing Naomi's decision, and that if Lizzie wasn't in the picture, Naomi might have been softer towards Ebony, because they all feel like, if Naomi said a word to the Ooni of Ife was going to back down, but that word is not coming from Olori Naomi. They said that afternoon, while sitting sitting in one of the smaller palace courtyard with a few other women, Bimbo began speaking loudly about it. She claimed that Lizzie had been secretly using her closeness to Naomi as a way to gain more favor from the Ooni of Ife. She said Lizzie was smart and knew that if she always stood with Naomi, the Ooni would appreciate her loyalty and trust her more than the other wives. Bimbo didn't stop there. She accused Lizzie of pretending to care about peace in the palace while actually pushing Naomi not to forgive Ebony. According to Bimbo, Lizzie wanted Ebony completely out of the way so she could have more space around the Oni. She told anyone who would listen that Lizzie had positioned herself as a Naomi's silent advisor and was feeding her reasons not to intervene. Some of the women listening tried to calm Bimbo down, reminding her that nobody had proof of what she was saying, that accusing Lizzie without evidence could cause more problem. But Bimbo brushed them off. She insisted she knew what she was talking about, claiming she had noticed how Lizzie always found a way to be near Naomi whenever decisions were being discussed. She added that Lizzie's strategy was working because they only clearly respected Naomi's opinion, and if Naomi stayed stayed firm against helping Ebony, it was only going to make Lizzie look better in the king's eyes. She said Lizzie was using this as an opportunity to strengthen her own position, while Ebony was left to face humiliation. Words of Bimbo's outburst spread quickly through the palace. By evening, Lizzie had already been told that she was being accused of influencing, Naomi against Ebony. Lizzie was not pleased, but kept her composure. She told those close to her that she had no reason to manipulate Naomi and that Naomi was perfectly capable of making her own decision. She also said she had not discussed Ebony's case with Naomi in any way that could be considered an influence. When Naomi heard that Bimbo was saying this, she was disappointed. She told one of her aides that it was unfair to drag Lizzie into the matter just because Ebony was looking for someone to blame. Naomi explained that her decision not to get involved had nothing to do with Lizzie or anyone else. It was simply her understanding that the immunity removal is a matter between the Oni, the elders, and the persons involved. Bimbo, however, didn't back down from her claim. She told Ebony directly that Lizzie was not, what she claims to be. That Lizzie is the cause of all of this problem. But the thing is that people are wondering, how is Lizzie the cause of this problem? Is it Lizzie that told them to continue? From when Lizzie got married to the Oni of Ife, Lizzie studied the whole environment, knew what to do, knew where to take, knew what trajectory to take. And that is what is working for Lizzie. When Bloblo joined Lizzie on that trajectory, did it not work for Bloblo? Yes, did it work for Bloblo or it did not work for Bloblo? It did. Yes, worked for Bloblo. And that happens to be the reason why Bloblo is where she is now. Bloblo would have been running kitty kata kata kitty like others if not for the fact that she decided to join the winning team. And who is that winning team? Is Dr. Lizzie. The tension between Bimbo and Lizzie became noticeable in the palace. They avoided speaking to each other, and when they did cross paths, the atmosphere was cold. Some elders warned that such accusation could turn into another open conflict if not handled carefully. But for the moment, it remained, a quiet undercurrent, another layer of division in the palace, already heavy with unresolved issues because, Bimbo is very close to Ebony, and Bimbo is not seeing the part that Ebony played that brought her to where she is now. Bimbo is just bent on accusing other people, which is exactly what she is doing, that is causing all the problems right now between herself and Dr. Lizzie. I'm going to bring you more updates. Do not forget that these are all alleged, rumored, unverified information making the rounds on social media and should not be seen as fact.